ask yourself why, and that's a good question. Do I make these shaper videos? I could make other videos, but most of the time I make shaper videos. I could make drill press videos, but I think in only one video everything will be said. After all, just drilling holes is nothing special. Maybe I could talk about milling machines, but I don't have one. I could make lathe videos, but I think all over YouTube there's so many really good content about lathes, the small lathes, the middle size, the big lathes, the Chinese lathes, the American lathes. Everything you want to know on the lathe you can find on YouTube. So I don't think I can bring you something new or refreshing. I can see in the comment section that indeed people are interested in shaper videos and want to know how it works. So the 2 or 3 things I know about shapers, how to use them, I'm not at all specialist, let's be clear. I'm not at all a teacher, let's be clear also. But I would like to share this because I think it's interesting. If I sound a bit weird, that's normal, because I went to the dentist and one day it will be better, maybe. I want to make a video talking about clutch problems I have on the shaper. The only way to stop is this. And the timing of the feed mechanism on the shaper. But I have a little problem. I will show you. The timing mechanism is right here. And to be able to film it, I need to put the camera here. There's a lathe in the way. The clutch system is on the other side. To be able to film the other side, I need the camera over there somewhere. But there's a workbench in the way. So what I plan to do is pull out the shaper, put the workbench in the other corner next to the lathe, and then put the shaper to this wall, this side. So I will be able to film both sides of the shaper. But first of all, let's talk stickers. I received stickers from Active Atom, these 2 guys, Lens and Patrick. If you see a video from Lens and Patrick and these guys explain something, and after this video you really don't get it, you better change hobby. It means that machining is not for you. We have Max, and you can see, Max, I did put your sticker next to mine, and indeed there is a color match. Now Max, he's a 3rd generation machinist. This man, there's nothing I can learn him, so it's the other way. He teaches me. He's a good man. We have Everett's workshop. I think if you see Everett in the street in real life and you say hello to him, I think you will immediately be best friends. He's a really nice guy. He's doing some perfect machining jobs, and he's got this old Alba shaper, I think. It's a beautiful machine. It's a really nice restoration. Check that out. Interesting. Steve Summers, of course. Who doesn't know Steve? with his big shaper. I think it's a C&E shaper, beautiful machine. So check all these guys out. There's a link to all channels in the description. If you want Rustinox stickers like this one, check my sticker video, and the guy in that video will tell you exactly what to do. So if you don't have stickers and you really want to see your name on the door, that's not a problem. That's stupid. Oh, and in a previous video I made a stupid little joke about my weird accent, and some people took it maybe a bit too serious. Don't take it serious. Of course I can stand little friendly remarks about my accent. I have no problem at all with it. It was just a stupid little joke. So don't worry, I will survive. Voila! I moved the shaper, I moved the workbench, I changed electricity. Now the 3-phase is right in the corner. I changed the lights. All I have to do is reorganize these drawers, because here are gloves, and gloves and machines don't mix. So I have to put my machining things here in these drawers, and everything will be okay. It's well known that moving machines and moving all this other stuff, 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more. To show you the feed system, I came up with this a little bit schoolish setup. Down here is my dial indicator. First I wanted to show it only on paper, but the movement is 1/4 of a millimeter. It's not enough to see the difference with the pencil. So if I put my crank right here, give it a spin, maybe bring down the pencil will be better. This is a cutting stroke. Dial indicator does not move. Total cutting stroke, this is the end. Going back. And of course the dial indicator does not move because I forgot to... I'm too old for this shit. At the end of the cutting stroke we go back. The table starts to move. We take pencil number 2, make a little mark, continue, end of table movement, end of stroke. There's a difference of about 10 millimeters. Ideal should be that the table movement starts here and stops here. The problem is, of course, you can only feed in the same direction. I like to have the feed in both directions, so I want the table movement in the middle of the stroke. You can see that the feed mechanism is in an angle, it's not straight down, and that is because the table is raised. So if I take off my dial indicator, I will crank it down. Of course, this difference of angle will interfere with the timing of the feed mechanism. So this one was about 1 centimeter or 10 millimeter out of the middle. Now we're gonna have about 10 millimeter the other side. Let's take it apart and see how it works. If you want to change the timing of the feed mechanism, take out this gear, turn it a bit, put it back in, and then go measuring how much difference it makes. Sometimes it takes only 1 or 2 just to get it right. That's really not a complicated system. Of course, if you want to do this on your machine, you don't need all this paper and pencil setup that was just for video purposes. You can use a scale. Just put it on, take some 0 mark here, gonna crank a bit, end of stroke, put a little mark, start feed. Stop feed. End of stroke is the same in this setup. Oh, and one thing. Will you take handles off, please? Now, let's talk a bit this clutch problems. Let's open the door. Of course, there's no beer inside. That was in another video, and there was not even really beer in it. It's not a fridge, you know. Okay, this is the clutch system. And when I start the machine, it makes terrible noises, and every mechanic will have a little pain in his ears. I don't know you, but that hurts me. And then of course there's the problem that the clutch does not disengage. Normally now this machine should stop, start, stop, start, stop. The only way to stop the machine now is this. I don't think this is really professional. I have no idea what's happening, why the clutch does not disengage. And to adjust this whole system you have here, all this adjusted, and it's really a pain to have it right. So I really don't want to take it apart. And here it is. Now this is a wheel that is driven by the motor. When the motor turns or spins, this part is always spinning. There's this ball bearing inside, is held in place with this ring. Just like that. This is the clutch plate, and it's the tapered side that works as a clutch, as a brake system in fact. This is a lever system that pushes the tapered plate down like this. Now I thought maybe I can find me some better springs, but I think the clutch will be too hard to manipulate. If these springs are a bit harder to push, it will be difficult to engage the clutch. So I really don't have a clue here, and for this weird sounds it makes, if I put some grease on it or oil, it will be even more sticky and even more stuck inside. So I really don't know. I think I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna make 3 plugs on the lathe and plug these holes and then put the springs in, maybe 4 or 5 millimeter higher, and then see what it does. Let's give it a try. They fit. That's always a good sign, a good start. Spring tried to escape. Okay. I'm gonna assemble it again on the shaper and we'll see what it does. I'm not really convinced that this is gonna work, but if you don't try, it never works. So let's do. What I don't understand, in the key there's a drilled hole and tapped, and in the keyway there's nothing. So let's believe it's not the original key, but it fits. I will do some fine-tuning, and after I will bring you back and we'll see if it works. Voila! Of course, I'm perfectly aware this is not a permanent fix. One day I will have this problem again, but I have no idea how I can fix it permanently. So if you have an idea, please leave a comment and then we'll see what we can do. One of the next projects will be fixing the light on my lathe, because something weird happened down here. It's a serious fixing problem.